Here is my... I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this. Here, ready? This is my 2020... Yeah, so I kind of knew that that wasn't gonna work, so... Hi everyone, my name's Allie, and welcome to my YouTube channel. I have never really made a YouTube channel like this before, making videos, talking to a camera, but it's a new year, new me, and I want to do something I'm passionate about. So welcome to my booktube. I am obviously very passionate about reading. If you can't tell by my extensive library shelf, and I have another one on that corner of my room, which has just more books that most I haven't read yet, which is such girl math of me. But I thought that me and Mr. Raccoon can do a 2025 TBR. I've never been great at reading, and I would say in the last 2 or 3 years, I really found my niche in what I like to read, and I'm addicted to fantasy romance, also known as romantasy, and if you're a girl, you know you know. So I thought to help keep me accountable, we could go through what I have on my immediate TBR for 2025. I'm sure that will change because I know that there are a lot of books that are supposed to come out this year. Fingers crossed for ACOTAR. We haven't even gotten any type of announcement from my girl SJM, so she needs to say something or I'm probably gonna die. Enough of the dramatics. Here is my... I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this. Here, ready? This is my 2020... Yeah, so I kind of knew that that wasn't gonna work, so... I'm just gonna put her over here for now, and we'll introduce her one by one. Before I get started, you can follow me on my book talk or my book Instagram. I made my book talk about a year and a half ago. I love it. I just kind of started reusing it again going into 2025 to help me be more accountable about reading. I didn't read that much last year. I was pretty lazy about it. So this year I'm planning on changing that. I'm also a slow reader, so if you're a slow reader, you have a community here because I can't with these girls that are reading 20 books a month. Like, I wish, no judgment, but my brain can't compute things faster than what it does now. So right now, this is about 11 or 12 books, so let's get started. Isn't he cute? He's got a little bow tie on. Without further ado, this is obviously. I have seen so many people on my book talk so much crap about this book, and she's girthy. One of my very exciting TBR reads for 2025 is When the Moon Hatched by Sarah A. Parker. I love anything with dragons, and I've heard that this has a decent amount of spice in it. I'll take 2 of them. I'm going to read this. I don't care what anyone says. Oh, it's so boring, blah, blah, blah. It's a fantasy book. It's supposed to be long and in-depth, and the more in-depth it is, then I feel like the better the book is gonna be. So, obviously, we've got her. Next, I have one of my recent buys. So, my Barnes & Noble near my house literally just like opened a new location into an even better, more beautiful Barnes & Noble. I can insert some videos that I took, especially of the like limited edition sprayed edge section. It's stunning. All of the books there looked like my bank account is already crying right now, knowing that that's so close to me and I can just go and get a pretty book whenever I want. So, of course, this is another 2025 TBR that I have. I mean, are you serious? When I want a sprayed edge, this is what I want. I don't want no black sprayed edges. I don't want just a little ditzy here and there. I want it to be intricate and beautiful. So not only are the sprayed edges stunning, one second, it's gold on the inside. Hello, like, I'm really excited to read The Stars Are Dying by Chloe C. Penaranda. I don't know if I'm saying that right, I'm sorry. But I love anything with a good trial in it. I love Lightlark. Lightlark is one of my favorite series. Don't understand why it gets so much hate, but whatever. I loved it. So I love a good trial romantasy book, and that one is definitely on my TBR. Next, I mean, I recently got a completely new bookcase of Harry Potter. Let me just show you what my old ones looked like, okay? I had the old Harry Potter, like this is the same, the pages are yellow. This is the same series that I've had since I was like 13. So I was like, you know what? We need an upgrade. I'm gonna insert a picture too of what the whole series looks like together in the box, but I am totally going to read the third and fourth book of, at least, this is just on the immediate TBR, of Harry Potter. I am the biggest Potterhead ever. I have been since I was a baby. So I have actually never fully read the series through, and it's so fake of me, I know. It's never too late to do anything you want to do. So I am going to plug along and hold myself accountable to actually read it through. I've read the first and second books fully. Now that I have this new beautiful, stunning art, I'm like, give me 14 of them right now. Next, I know that the girlies are gonna go feral over this. I have heard only good things about Quicksilver, and I'm honestly mad at myself for being slow in the brain for the fact that I can't read faster than I do, because I'm currently reading a book now, which I will show you in just a little bit. And I can't read two books at once, and I'm very, very anxious to read this, so I will get to you. This is a 2025 TBR, like, basically, this is gonna probably be the next book that I read, and I've heard amazing things. I'm sure we all have. If you've read it, please let me know if you like it. I'm sure you do, but another 2025 TBR. Okay, so I'm on number 5. This is number 5. I also got this very recently at Barnes & Noble at the beautiful one. Honestly, I'm just kind of drawn to how pretty it looks, and I know that's a fantasy romance series. I have also heard good things about this. So one of my 2025 TBRs is The Night and Its Moon by Piper CJ. So I love this. Obviously, it's stunning. I just love a good, simple book cover. So this is number 5 of what I will be reading this year. For Christmas, got a book advent calendar from my brother's girlfriend, and this was part of it, and I've also heard good things about this, so I plan on reading The High Mountain Court. I know that it's another good fantasy romance. Next, I plan on reading A Court This Cruel and Lovely. I also got this in my book advent calendar for Christmas, and I know that this is something I'll like, so if you've read this, please let me know. I don't think I've seen too much like review on at least my socials on this, and I would love to hear if you have read this, if you like it, and if I should read it. I mean, I want to, but let me know. So for book number 9, this is what I'm currently reading. I'm about 120 pages exactly into this book. I loved The Serpent and the Wings of Night. Rain and Araya are quite literally one of my favorite book couples. Rain being a top 3 book boyfriend for me, be at that. So I, of course, have to read the third one. This one is about a different character, female main character in a different realm, I guess, in the same world as the first 2 books. I love the novella of this series. The only complaint that I had about it was I wish it was longer. I read it in a day. It was so amazing. So I will be finishing this, hopefully this week, and I will keep you updated on how I feel about it. I've heard mixed opinions, but I'm not like too harsh of a grader of books unless I just genuinely can't stand the female main character or the writing is terrible. But I love Carissa Broadbent. I think she is one of the best writers that I've ever read. She just has a way with words that I find super unique in fantasy and romance specifically. I also have Daughter of No Worlds. It's on one of my bookshelves over there and I haven't read it yet, but that's probably a read for this year. I've heard great things about it, so I will not stand for any Carissa Broadbent hate. This is a Carissa Broadbent fangirl book channel, okay? Okay. And finally, last but not least, I actually posted about this on my book talk, so please don't get mad at me. I love ACOTAR, and I have not read... I have not read Throne of Glass yet. I know, you could throw tomatoes at your screen now. I understand. And I am throwing tomatoes at myself. Honestly, the series really scares me, so that's why I literally have the full series. I just haven't read it yet. I think like maybe a little over a year ago, I started just the Throne of Glass book. I got to chapter like 4 and I was so beyond bored. I just really need to push through. I need to start over, but this time, this is why I have the Assassin's Blade here. I think I'm just gonna start with Assassin's Blade as opposed to reading Throne of Glass and having to pick this up before, I think it's Queen of Shadows, I'm not sure, but you're supposed to read this before you read book 4, and I would rather just read this first because I know it's about, I think, Selena's backstory before the whole storyline starts for Throne of Glass. So these two I am 100% going to commit myself to reading. I know that it's good. I've heard amazing, perfect, outstanding things about these books. I'm just terrified. And if you haven't read it yet, then you're not alone. Doesn't mean you're a fake SJM fan or a fake fantasy girly, but this is an intimidating series. It's got 7-8 books in it, and I'm sure she'll write another one. I don't know how it ends, and I don't know how I've lasted honestly this long in the book talk community without like super mega spoilers. So if you spoil it in the comments, you're getting blocked immediately. Please let me know how you like this series, and I will take your word for it. I take everyone's word for it, and I understand. You can still throw tomatoes at me if you want. So that concludes what I have on my immediate TBR for 2025. Clearly I got a lot of work to do, and there's a lot of really exciting things in here that I am super stoked to start. Let me know what you're reading this year. If you're a fantasy girly, I need to know if you've read any of these, if you liked them, and if you suggest any other series based on anything that I showed today. If you have anything that's along the lines of ACOTAR, Serpent and the Wings of Night, Lightlark, I guess Throne of Glass, Quicksilver, all of the good things, comment it down below. I'm excited to make more videos and more content. If you want to follow me along on other fun book content, please make sure to follow me on my other socials. I am very excited to see what 2025 holds and all of the content that I can make and all the friends I can make. I know that this year I have a lot of really fun reads to attack. It is attacking because this is a lot. It's pretty overwhelming, which is why I'm more on the slower side of reading. It's just overwhelming for me sometimes. I also just need to reread things. I feel like I have ADHD. I think I definitely have ADHD. It's just undiagnosed, so. Anyways, I appreciate if you watched the whole thing. If so, mwah, you get a big, fat, juicy, yummy kiss from me. Please make sure to like the video, comment underneath anything that you're excited to read in 2025. It's fun going into a new year and being able to start new things, new habits, take on new hobbies, which is what all of the things that I am excited to do this year. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it if you did and you stuck around and watched my kind of all over the place 2025 TBR list. And I'm excited to chat with you on all of my progress throughout this extensive pile and others that I will probably get distracted by. I will see you in my next video. Bye!